Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today here on Blind Whiskey Reviews, the most honest reviews on YouTube. As always, if you're liking these videos, don't forget, hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification right next to it. That way you'll know every time I'm uploading a new video and every time I'm starting a new live stream. And also, if you wouldn't mind and you like the video, give me a thumbs up. It really does help YouTube promote my videos out and show them to other people, so I'd really appreciate that. Today we're doing another Speedy sample review. So, as always, we've got 24 samples in these two boxes. These samples are made up of whiskey sent to me by distilleries to review, whiskey sent to me by friends out there in the whiskey world, and whiskeys I've already reviewed, have put in these sample bottles a few months after the bottle was open, so we can kind of see how that whiskey is doing. If this is a re-review of a whiskey, I'll link it up here so you guys can check out the original review. So, let's not waste any more time. Oh, and again, I'm going to be doing, this one's going to be another one of our speed ups of the actual tasting portion of the video. So again, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're liking that. I really like your guys' feedback. So let me know what you think. On to the review. We've got our 24 samples programmed in the random number generator, and today we will be drinking sample number 10. So we've got 4, 8, and 2 more is 10. Pour ourselves a touch of whiskey and back into the box. All right. This is another whiskey where I'm just kind of hit with this big punch of light fruits for the first nosing here. And this whiskey's staying pretty light. I mean, a lot of apple, a lot of pear. There's just the faintest hint of a darker fruit, a plum-like character. There's definitely some vanilla here. The lightest touch of citrus, like a tangerine, but very, very light. But everything on this whiskey is very light so far. So let's get into the taste. Cheers. All right, so this whiskey, it's got some good flavors there. We definitely start out with a little bit of those light fruits that we got a lot of on the nose. It definitely does turn into something a little bit deeper. There's definitely some berry-like characters kind of mid-palate. You definitely get a little bit of an oaky character toward the back of the palate. And I get it on the nose, and I'm thinking I'm picking it up just a very, very faint hint of it on the palate, but a little bit of a nutty character. Yeah, it's almost got this nuttiness like a Jim Beam product does. This doesn't taste like a Jim Beam product that I can think of or recall, but it has that nutty character that does remind me of Jim Beam. Let's get a couple more tastes in here, and I'll give you my final review of this whiskey. So this one definitely brings a bit more heat. This is definitely not a 90 proof whiskey. I don't feel like, feeling like we're closer up to that like 100-ish proof range. Definitely got a decent little amount of little complexities there. Nothing is super in your face, but there's a lot of good flavors here. Like I've already mentioned, the light fruits, some berry characters. There's a bit of spiciness on the back end, a slight hint of a nutty character to go along with some of the oak and vanillas. This whiskey definitely finishes a touch more dry than it does sweet, which I don't necessarily mind. It comes off, you can taste the alcohol just a little bit, and it comes off a touch astringent, but it's still pretty good. God, we might even be north of the 100 proof range. I mean, I've definitely got a decent amount of warming and a touch of a sharp burn on the palate. So I think this is good whiskey, good complexity, good flavor. A good proof as well. Mouthfeel's about medium. Flavors linger pretty long. It's got a medium to the longer end of medium on the length of the flavors we got developing here on the finish. So I'm going to say, as always with a quick Speedy sample review score, that, again, I've only spent a couple minutes with this whiskey, so take this with a grain of salt. But my Speedy sample review score for this whiskey tonight is going to be an 84. I think it's very good whiskey, very good flavors. I enjoy the proof. I think it's probably right where it needs to be. Maybe could use a touch more age, maybe just to round off a little bit of the sharpness that I'm picking up. But other than that, very good whiskey. So let's find out what it is. This is, oh, I was right on the Jim Beam. It is Baker's. Very good whiskey, tasting delicious. I love the fruity qualities in the front of this, and I couldn't tell you that this was Baker's, but it did have that Jim Beam nose to it a little bit. And like I said, that nuttiness is always kind of the hint that it might be a Beam product. So I threw this in the sample bottle right at 3 months, I think, after the bottle was open. And it is still tasting fantastic. Great whiskey, good stuff. I don't remember the original score I gave it, so I'll put that on the screen here for you so you guys know. As you guys know, Baker's is a 107 proof product. So I did know it was 100 proof, and I thought it was probably a little bit north of that. It's got, I think this is just such a perfectly proofed whiskey. It's right in that range where you get plenty of flavor, but it's not hard to drink. You're not having to take small sips or take it easy as you go because it's too intense. It's just right in that money range of proofs where it's just easy drinking and super flavorful. So that is a great thing about Baker's. This bottle goes for right around $40. Some places charge a bit more for it. I think at $40, it's a great value. More than that, $45, fine. Some places charge $50, maybe a bit too much. But definitely a solid whiskey. If you haven't tried Baker's, I'd highly recommend that you do. So let me know what you think about Baker's in the comments down below, and let me know what you think of the sped up format of the Speedy sample reviews also in the comments down below. And as always, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at blind_reviews, and you can send me an email at blindwhiskeyreviews, that's whiskey with an E, @gmail.com. And until next time, cheers.